Embrace the stress. Learning is only there when you're in a situation that is super, super stressful for you. So I have to put myself continuously in the situations where I'm under high pressure, because only then I will learn a lot. And the fact that I learn is good, which means high stress is good as well. The reframe that I always have is, the moment I feel resistance, where I'm like coming up with excuses, I know I have to do it. It's a rule of mine. The moment I feel that resistance, the rule kicks in, max there's resistance, now you gotta do it. And if I hesitate, even more reason to do it. Even if I fuck it up, I learn a lot more, because it's a high pressure situation. And even if I don't feel ready, I remember I didn't feel ready at first either, but I still made it. I'm alive. I'm alive. It's all still there. My heart's still pumping. I'm not dead. Don't think yourself like, oh, when I lose, I'm less of a man. No. Is how you deal with it, how you cope with it. It is your attitude towards that. Because it's basically just your body telling you this is a situation that counts. So it's about the attitude that you have towards that. Losing gets you to the fucking top. But you have to get up again. You have to get up again. Fall down 7 times, get up 8 times. Fall down 8 times, get up 9 times. And so on, and so on. You have to trust yourself, and you have to trust the process, that no matter what crisis is going to be thrown at you, have the knowledge that at first you will be overwhelmed and you think you can't do it, but also have the trust kick in. Okay, I've dealt with other crises before, no reason why I couldn't deal with that crisis. So, first of all, the thing about crisis is, you never feel ready for one. Otherwise it wouldn't be a crisis. You never feel ready. You always think like, that's the worst crisis I've ever been in. But you will grow into that. You will grow into that role of coping with the crisis. There's a lot of shit you have to dig through. And the cool thing is, the more crises you find yourself in, the more you can cope with the next one. Trusting yourself. The thing is, you have to accept it first. There's 2 ways how to deal with a crisis. You either accept it because you can't change it at the moment, or you can change it and then you do fucking change it. Experience pain because you're in a situation that you can't change. Accept that pain fully, like literally, like soak the pain up and walk into the pain. Keep walking until there is no more pain. Every crisis is something good because it gives you the opportunity to grow out of that and to trust yourself more. So I know it's hard, and I know you seek the results that you had before, but as long as you just trust the process and keep going, you will eventually overcome that. Even though you might not see it in the results yet, even though it might not be manifested in the results, the learning process is there. You do pick up on little nuances that eventually will end up in you getting better. Okay, run an analogy. Don't stop. Just keep going and trust the process. Get back that excitement of the beginning. Pat yourself on the shoulder. This is awesome. Start comparing yourself. Shift your focus from comparing to results to comparing the learning process. Am I learning more today? Yes or no? You gotta keep going. You have to, don't stop. Just don't fucking stop. Don't fucking stop doing it. Dude, you have to step your shit up. You have to be active now. Instead of bursting your energy of anger just out there uncontrollably, you gotta collect that anger together, one very focused on a way onto something positive. Okay. Anger is not something bad. Anger is something healthy. Use it as leverage. I'm angry at myself because, again, I'm frustrated. I can't get myself out of the situation. This has to stop now. I'm going to study even harder. I'm going to run even faster. I'm going to try even harder to get that girl. I'm going to use it as leverage because my anger is energy, and that energy can be used for something useful. Don't interpret a stressful situation as something you have to get out of yourself. No. See it as a positive challenge that you can overcome eventually. It goes along with the notion of trusting yourself, trusting your capabilities, and that is what you should do. Okay? Anger is something good. Use it as leverage and use it for something purposeful. Bundle it up together and rock it.
It's like you don't take life too seriously, but you also have to take your progress seriously. Because if you do not, then you'll wake up in a couple years from now and you'll be just where you are now. Just exactly where you are now. So your life will blow by faster than you realize. It's super, super fast. Right now, a year passes for me feels like a week. That's how it feels. Years will blow by. 4 years from now will seem like nothing, dude. And you'll either be a pimp, chode. Dude, anything that of real significance takes years to cultivate. But what's cool is that the years blow by fast and you can get what you want actually pretty fast. Our minds are filled with, again, we're contrasting ourselves against people, comparing ourselves, rather than just getting into momentum. You shouldn't be thinking. People are thinking too fucking much. Or they're comparing themselves to other people, as if by comparing yourself, what does it matter? They're mentally fucking lazy. People, Tony Robbins says, people major in minor things. Turn off the fucking TV. News and shit is a goddamn fucking tabloid. What help has any of that shit given you? Dude, like, you have to train your mind to be like, okay, new task. Look at the task. Focus on it. I work fucking hard, dude. Everybody that I see working is, in my mind, fucking pussies. Holy shit. People don't work, dude. It's so crazy how little people work. People go to work for 8 hours. It's like 2 hours. What are they doing? I watch people work. What is he doing? Why is he here? Go run in the field, motherfucker. Don't just sit here. Go run, play. Don't sit here in this weird gray zone between working and not working. What are you doing? I'm self-hypnotized for two things. Hard fucking work and being fucking funny. So because of that, work ethic is built, right? So it's like an endurance race. So the thing is, like, you build that up. That's why, like, I love these guys that are like, the economy is getting bad, man. Oh shit, I'm like, no, you're a pussy. You want to keep being a pussy and then have easy money given to you. People just don't fucking work. They have no work ethic. I never meet anybody with fucking work ethic. Like, rarely. When I do, I'm like, yo, high five, dude. And then we're like instantly friends. Because almost nobody has a work ethic. It's so crazy. I'm having as much fun working as I do fucking around. You guys see that? There's no difference to me. I don't care if I'm working, if I'm having fun. Recreation is overrated. People think you need to be having a recreation to have fun. You don't. I can't have fun working? Why not? It's your attitude towards the work. Now, sometimes work can be tough. I get that. It can be miserable. It can be soul-sucking. But in general, it's mental strength. You choose to have fun. Because you have no mental muscle that chooses to have fun at that point. It's like, what could be possible after 10 years? Like, start thinking like that. Like, what could I look like in 10 years? What could I look like in 20 years? What could I look like in 30 years? If you're 20, you should be thinking, what could you look like in 30 years? What could your life look like? And I realized that I need to surround myself with winners. I need to surround myself with people that are killing it and crushing it at life. I need to surround myself with people that hold me to higher standards. I need to read books and control my influences. And I'm very about what influences I allow into myself. Very, very selective about what people I allow around myself. If people are acting up, I get rid of them. You got to do it, man. The Iron Gate, baby. Personal boundary. Shut. The Iron Gate. Personal boundaries, any bullshit, shut. And as you grow, you'll have to do that to more and more things. See, growing is about saying no to more and more things. You say no to bullshit little tabloid pretending to be media. You say no to friends that are negative. You say no to procrastination. You say no to approaching anxiety with a woman. You say no to holding yourself to lower standards. You just say fucking no.
Again and again and again until you make it happen, because you know that it's possible. Now, what do you do during the hard times, Les? Here's what you must do. Number one is you must have faith. Paul said you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Judge not according to appearances. Don't judge your circumstances and the possibilities for your future based upon what you have now and because of what's going on now. No. That's not the real reality there. What you're going through, if you're going through some hard times, it has not come to stay, it has come to pass. It's all right. Now, second thing is, repeat this after me. Something you should affirm to yourself every day. Repeat this, please. No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Say that to yourself every day. As I used to say to myself, when I would get up in the Penobscot building and I had to go into the bathroom and bathe in the bathroom sink, I had written on the mirror that I put up there, just paste up and I read, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. So you've got to have faith, you talk to yourself, you say that affirmation. The next step is you must have patience and engage in consistent action. Patience and engage in consistent action. See, everything does not always happen, ladies and gentlemen, when we want it to happen. It doesn't happen quickly. So in that process, they have something in the Far East called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, every day it has to be watered and fertilized. It's a very hard nut, and it takes 5 years of watering and fertilization every day, according to American Geographics, before it breaks through the ground. At any time, if the watering process and the nurturing and the fertilization process is stopped, the Chinese bamboo tree will die in the ground. Now, once it breaks through in that 5th year, then in 6 weeks it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet in 5 years or 6 weeks? The answer is obvious. It takes 5 years. That's how long it took to grow it, to build that foundation, to nurture it, to water it, to build the reputation, to build the credibility, to learn the market, to learn people, to learn yourself, to learn the system, to learn how to do it, to figure it out. That's why you must have patience and engage in consistent action. We live in a world, ladies and gentlemen, where people want instant gratification. They want it right now. They want to be a Dexter Yeager, but they're not willing to pay the price to do what it takes to get up there where Dick Hopper is. Well, Bryant or Judy is. They think it was easy. No. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's a system that if you work the system, it works if you work it. But make no mistake about it. It's hard. You are the determining factor. Here's something else. It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have goals, that you write them down, that you surround yourself with a support team, that you are creative. It's you that you must take personal responsibility to make it happen. George Bernard Shaw said, the people that make it in this world look around for the circumstances that they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it. It's worth it. I suggest to you, if you want to become diamond, write down 5 reasons of why it is worth it for you to become a diamond, to experience that level of achievement. What is it that will give you the drive? What is it that will ignite the courage in you to get up and come back again and again and again? How is it that you would be able, what reasons that can tap in to that deep down feeling that goes to your gut, that no matter how many times you'll get knocked down, that you're coming back? What is it? Write it down. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You saw that picture up there, the lady, Mrs. Mamie Brown. I'm flying from here tomorrow morning to be with my adopted mother. She's 87 years young, thank God. And I'll be with Mama tomorrow. Every Mother's Day, I don't care where I am. I go home, Mother's Day, everybody knows, November 6th, my mother's birthday, I'm home. And I try to go home as often as I can. When I started and left Miami pursuing my dream, because I knew that as long as you work for someone else, they are controlling your destiny. I didn't want anybody signing my paycheck but me. I knew that it was going to be difficult. I knew it was going to be hard. But every time I thought about giving up, and there were times I did. Because where I am, ladies and gentlemen, it's a long shot. You think being a diamond is a long shot. This is a miracle. This is a long shot. And I had people laughing at me. Les, you're talking about being a motivational speaker? You have no college training. You were labeled educable, mentally retarded. You failed twice in school. They put you back to the 5th grade and to the 4th grade, and you failed in the 8th grade. You've never worked for a major corporation, and you are going to become independently wealthy. Right. They laugh. They're going to laugh at you. People are going to laugh at you. But let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. He said the best revenge is massive success. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was driving around with my mother and she saw a house, we were just looking for homes, and we drove an exclusive area of Miami where the coach of the Miami Dolphins, Don Shula, lives in that area called Country Club. My mother saw this house. Oh, what a beautiful home. And we looked at it. She said, oh boy, I would love to have something like that. One day I would feel like Mrs. Rocket. I said, you like that, Mom? I said, yeah. I said, oh, we just kept driving. I did not let my mother know at that time that I had it etched in my mind that I was going to do whatever number of meetings, whatever number of contacts, whatever number of calls I had to make, whatever it took to make that become a reality. And the day that I drove to that house and said, Mama, you remember that house you saw? We got out the car. I said, yes. I said, I really know the people that live there. She said, you do? I said, yeah, let me take you in and show it to you. And then I couldn't contain myself anymore when I got around and helped her get out of the car. And I took her and I said, Mom, I gave her the keys. Over 5,000 square feet. Large size Olympic pool, 12 feet deep. On a golf course, basketball court. I said, Mama, this is for you. And ladies and gentlemen, to see my mother walk around this house, this woman who only has a 3rd grade education, never had any children of her own. And when she walked around, she said, oh, Lord. Oh, thank you, Jesus. No one would have ever told me this would have happened to me. She said, Leslie, she said, you know, that day when I went in that building and they told me this lady had these boys that she wanted to put up for adoption. And I told them, I said, I'll take them. And she said, ladies, she said, raise your hand and swear to me 2 things. I said, what is it? She said, swear to me you won't separate them. She said, oh, no, I swear. I'll keep them together. I swear. I've never had no children. I swear I'll keep them together. She said, swear to me, lady, that you won't ever tell them about me. She said, I'm married and I got pregnant while my husband was at war. She said, swear to me you won't tell. She said, I swear I won't tell. She said, okay, you can have them. She said, when I came out the house, I was looking at y'all. She said, I didn't know how I was going to do it. She said, I was working at the M&M cafeteria. She said, I didn't know how I was going to raise y'all. I just knew somehow the Lord would make a way somehow. And I never thought this would happen to me. And I know, and during those moments when it's hard, not only must you have patience and engage in consistent action, but you must turn to a power greater than yourself and just say, Lord, whatever I face today together, you and I can handle it. And I know some way and somehow you'll make a way for me.
doesn't empower you. How many predictions have been thrown at you your whole life? If you believe predictions that do not empower you, you will wither away and die. Either physically die or your spirit will die as you just walk around the world like a carcass that is just following the masses. You will be given a lot of titles in your life. You will be told so many different things. You must only listen to that which empowers you.
And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live.
The first thing I believe you got to do to turn yourself around is really take control of your mind. Or specifically, you got to feed and strengthen the mind.
Guess what? You're going to make some mistakes. So the person who's never made a mistake hasn't done anything. If you're going to make some mistakes if you want to do something out here, you're going to fall flat on your face. You're going to be criticized when you come out into the arena called life. You're going to feel awkward and stupid and dumb sometimes. It goes with the territory. But it's okay.
Take charge of your own life. Then walk away from the 95%. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Develop you a whole new language. Don't use their vocabulary. Don't use their excuses. Once you look back on it, you will never turn back. You'll never go back to the old ways and the old language and the old neglect. Never.
Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Discharge your duties faithfully and well. Step by step you get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. But you build discipline by preparing for fast spurts. Slug it out 1 inch at a time, day by day. And at the end of the day, if you live long enough, most people get what they deserve.
The sheer volume of time wasting that most people have is out of fucking control, okay? Out of control. And the reason why is because human beings are the most rationalizing fucking creature ever invented, okay? There has never been a bigger rationalizing species in the history of the world than a human being. It's lives for like short-term temporal pleasure, but here's the problem with that. Things are good for a sec, and then they're not. And then things feel good for a sec, and then they're not, right? You smoke the joint, you're high, and then you're not. You know what I'm saying, right? You're watching fucking American Idol, and then you're not. So your happiness is too shaky. Life is difficult for people that come from fucked up backgrounds, right? But you can overcome it. So the main difference that I have is I realistically assess it, and I'm in non-resistance to it. I'm at a point where I wouldn't want it any other way. Pretty much then what you do is you limit your emotions down to only the ones that will help you, okay? So if you have an emotion that doesn't help you, you just get rid of it. It's gone. What I feel like what happens is like there's these forces that push down upon us. They push down upon our psyche, and when we can rise above those, that's like the most powerful experience of life. I think a lot of people sense that beneath all this bullshit, there's these deeper values that are more powerful than any of this surface level bullshit, that resonate with people more powerfully. You're grounded in your own energy. You're on your purpose. So you're going to do what you're going to do. It's like this train's moving. And then you're free. Like you're very uninhibited. The last thing on this earth that you're feeling when you've conquered your fears, conquered your obstacles, is like, what's that guy look like? Does he have a nicer nose than me? Does he have better calves? It's insane. If I'm gonna get what I want, I've got to just do it. Just shut the fuck up and let's fucking get on with it. So when I go in there, I just do it, all right? I shut the fuck up and I do it. If you're gonna fucking do it, then fucking do it. Let's get on with it. When you're at the top of a building and you're walking along a ledge, you can sit there going, what if I fall? What if I fall? What if I fall? Or you can say, put 1 foot here, put 1 foot here, put 1 foot here, put 1 foot here. What I would love you to do is to become a man on your purpose. Become so immersed in the movement of your life that you don't have time to let these mind viruses invade your head and spend all this time entertaining them. Get rid of it. Get rid of your mending. Enjoy your life. Assume that you chose this life. When you do that, you're going to open up a whole new range of possibility to yourself. You're going to start enjoying walking your own journey, and you're going to let the chips fall where they may. When you're happy with the person who you've become, that is always the payoff.
All you have to do is just go to the Ian Center, walk around, feel sorry for yourself, but when you go home, you can lose yourself in infinite hours of torrented TV shows and torrented movies. And when you're on your deathbed and you look back to all your friends, they're all actors. They're all fictional little characters. And you don't care because you had a lot of friends. And that's a lot of people nowadays. Go to themselves, feel like they don't have much of a purpose, not very significant in life. And just need to feel sorry for myself. 2 more minutes, I'll pass out. Then I'll dream that I'll see Game of Thrones. My life will be better. The more you stay at home, the more you stay in that cycle, the more, let's just say, the harder it is to snap out of that cycle. Okay, you slowly start losing willpower, and then what happens? You know you have real willpower. Okay, and then you're like, man, I wish I could snap out, but I know that even if I tried, I just don't have the willpower to do it. Now, if that, and you want to get good at it, as I mentioned before, something fun is not going to snap you out of that. If you have zero willpower, and your life is a complete piece of shit, something fun, you want to do that thing. Good enough. Life is fun. You always know deep down inside you can be better. You really have to move from failure consciousness to success consciousness. Okay, now what does that mean? Basically, focus also on the positive. You know, find ways to give yourself props. Ask yourself, you know, what did I do well? You know, I went in with good intentions. You know, I did this well. I did this well. Like, just start making that fucking shift. You're gonna have to get addicted to this slow progress, building shit the right way. It's like little increments of 1%, 1%, 1%, and then you look back, say 3 to 6 months, you actually see the change. Get addicted to that. Be happy with that. Life is a journey, not a destination. Okay, the fun here is in the process. The fun is getting a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Do it like a video game. Once you realize, okay, as previously discussed, you're in this for life. Okay, it's not a little sprint where you try to get good fast. It's a fucking marathon. It's important to understand that, but it's also important to prepare for it. Okay, both mentally and physically. Just keep moving forward. Okay, don't stop to celebrate the good. Don't stop to celebrate the bad. You don't have time to celebrate. Just keep fucking going. So on the mental preparation side of things, this really means sitting down. When you're watching this video, sit down after watching this video. Okay? Are you really willing to commit to this on the rest of the day? This is simple work. After going for a while, until the day that you die. Because this is not an easy path. Okay? The easy path is just sliding on the good stuff. Now, it's not the path that's going to bring you happiness and fulfillment, but that's the easy way out. Okay, this shit here means holding yourself at a high standard. It means continuously putting yourself in situations that make you grow, situations that are not necessarily comfortable. It's emotionally traumatizing. You're going to have to go through a lot of humiliation, okay, stuff, you know, moments of embarrassing yourself. You're going to have to tolerate a lot of social pressure. You're going to have to let your ego, just leave it at the door, you know, let go of that little ego, just really put yourself, you know, on the line. You're going to have to go through failure, rejection. There's a lot of bullshit involved. You're going to have to sit down now and ask yourself, like, am I going to do this? Am I really ready to commit to this? Am I going to hold myself to a high standard? Am I going to be the best that I can be? Am I ready to all the bullshit that I'm going to encounter? Am I ready to just let go of something? Let go of the reputational. To what degree are you prepared? Ask yourself, to what degree are you prepared to dedicate yourself to this task? You have to make a decision. How bad do you want it? Do you have enough leverage? Like, this is something that you just can't live without doing, without achieving. What are you willing to give in return? Okay, nothing comes for free. It's not an easy task. What are you willing to give in return? Fuck it. Fuck the food. Let that go. You know? Fuck comfort. You gotta be a little crazy to do this all the way. You gotta fuck comfort. You know? Emotional product. What are you willing to do? Okay, sit down, have a think. I ask myself this question. I was about to say that.
So this one's a quite interesting topic. It's about change. The powerful path to self-fulfillment. A really, really important question that I asked myself when I started my journey was, where does change actually begin? Does it begin with the actions I take? Does it begin with results? Does it begin with other people noticing that I changed, that I have results or whatever? And if you want to change, this change begins by the way you communicate with yourself. So by the way we communicate, we create reality. These are 4 phases of changing. Okay, number 1 is I should change. And the really, really sad part about this is 99.9% of people who are living on this planet are being stuck in the first stage. There's literally people who will spend the rest of their life doing nothing more but saying, I should change. And after 80, 90 years, they're dying thinking of, I should have changed. And that's really sad. So how can you overcome that? It starts in your communication. It starts in your thoughts. You want to get to the next stage, which is, I can change. Once you realize the fact that change is possible, it will open up a lot more possibilities. Okay? Stage 2, I can change. Now what gets you to the next level? You take action, aka I will change. Okay? So the only thing that you need in order to get from step 2, I can change, to step 3, I will change, is taking action. So you realize you're able to change. Now is the time to get off your lazy ass and take action. Now is the time to go out and pimp. Now is the time to get butthurt, to get rejected. Now is the time to hit the gym. Now is the time to read everything about finance. Okay? Take action. I will change. Feels good, sounds good, huh? I will change. It's not like, well, I should change at some point. No, it's like, I will change. And the cool thing is, it feels good, feels awesome, taking action. And the last thing, we actually write this, I am change. And that's literally one of the things in the world. Back in the days, fucking thousands of years ago, we were not taught to be passive. We were taught to be active, to go on hunt, to get food, to survive. We're literally one of the first generations that is being taught how to be passive and how to cope with shit. That's like our default state for humanity is, I mean, I guess because we're having all this luxus and like all this, you know, we don't have to hunt for our food. We can pretty much tell that if we go outside, there's no fucking tiger killing us. So we have all this security, and I think that's why we're so passive. And that's why we're brought up waiting for changes. Fuck your passivity. Fuck it. In order to change, you have to be active. You will never bring change if you're passive. And that's what literally everyone does. We're all waiting for change. We're like sitting there like, maybe someone comes across and helps me. It's that you have to be active in order to change. It's not over until you win. Stop being passive. It's not over until you win. It doesn't work? What will fix it? Taking action. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's possible. And that's all you need. And the crazy thing is, like I mentioned earlier, most of us will keep waiting for changes and we're gonna die. And most of you guys, that's the truth, okay? That's a very uncomfortable truth. Most of you guys will come home and will not change. You'll come home with all the knowledge today, maybe some motivation, but you will not change because in your headspace, you're thinking, well, change will come upon myself. But the only thing that will bring change upon yourself is you yourself, okay? By taking action. You can't wait for change. You have to induce the change yourself. You can show you the right path or the right door you can walk through, but you have to be on that path yourself with your fucking feet. You have to walk through that door yourself. The only one who brings change upon yourself is you. No one else. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. And yes, you'll have a lot of setbacks and a lot of rejections and it will hurt. But if you endure that pain, you can make it. And it will feel awesome. Let me tell you that. It feels fucking awesome.